Help. Is this working? I haven't streamed in so long. Oh dear, it is working indeed. Good evening. How are we doing today? Or tonight rather. And there is actually my notification that I'm live right now. Nice. How are we doing? Germans and being on time. Yeah. I mean, it's 2030, for me at least. So I would argue I'm very punctual here. All right. How are we doing tonight? Are we excited for some follow-ups or maybe not so follow-ups? We'll see. All right. Let me do the pop-out chat thingy so I can read you all. All right. Cool. Let's see. We did have a question about live prominence, didn't we? Let me pull up the Q&A sheet. Live prominence is still happening. There are a lot of updates for YouTube Live at the moment. Not everything I can talk about, and there has been some feedback in the past that has been passed on, but that is still being worked on. So we could start with that if you guys like. Mainly we do have translation issues, so redirects are broken, kind of. Well, it's not broken, but for the creator, they cannot join the redirected stream unless they change the URL manually. It's like little things that are clunky. There's like a translation issue for live chats with the German translation, where it sometimes says Member Mitglieder and Subscriber Abonnenten, where it like swaps out, so members become Abonnenten and Mitglieder become Subscriber. Oh my, it's Defender being live again. Yeah, I wish I could be live more often these days. Honestly, I really enjoy live streaming, and I'm really looking forward to when I have finally a new rig so I can stream gaming again. But yeah, so 13 months. Dear God, thank you, Bärbel. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Show? Is it a show? The news, YouTube updates, whatever you want to call it. It's much appreciated. All right. The redirect font color in dark mode is broken, so there's a white rectangle on white font on white rectangle. Looks a little bit weird. So yeah, that's still being worked on. Then there is currently a bug when you open a stream from landscape mode on your phone. The chat doesn't load properly, and you need to close the stream and reopen it to be able to like watch the chat properly. It is on the bug fixing list. However, it is low priority, so this might still be a while where people have to like reload the stream to actually get into the chat. We do have like a couple of folks are getting flagged as like with the child protective policy, where you are not allowed to stream between 13 and 18 if you're not supervised by a guardian or parent. And yeah, apparently Team YouTube says they have like taken away the restriction, but then it still is in some kind of limbo and the people are not allowed to stream anyway. So this is something that's still under investigation. We do have ad mentions for mobile chats, something you all are looking forward to. I know all of you are using their phone sometimes to watch live streams. And this is currently well, the plan is that this will be rolled out by the end of the month, and there should be a 1% rollout happening on Monday. So, starting on Monday, taking up the whole month, we will see ad mentions in chat in mobile chats being a thing. All right. Profile cards. The feedback has been sent. So basically what's happening here is when you are on a mobile live stream and you click on a profile picture, you will get like this little profile card, and you could even subscribe via this profile card. And the question or announcement or whatever you want to call it was to have the ability to go to someone's channel again, which was taken away like in 2020. And yeah, we've made like a feature request for that, so we can have that brought back. All right. Top chat, live chat default settings will likely not be happening. So feedback has been sent, but it doesn't look like they want to go forward with it. In any stream, what? In any stream, right? The profile cards. They should be in any stream, as far as I remember. But we can check. So I am on my phone and I click on Bärbel. I am actually on my phone as a moderator. Maybe I should change that. So I am going to join the stream with a not a moderator. Wait, am I a moderator? I am. I don't know which channels I'm monitoring. I certainly know that this channel is very fresh. We do see this. Yeah, right now you don't have the ability to go to the channel in any stream mentions. Oh, the ad mentions. Ooh, that is indeed. Yeah. The ad mentions will be a thing in every stream, and it is apparently a change rollout. If I understood it correctly, to be fair. So, first of all, the news was ad mentions for mobile chats are coming. And then we clarified, related to ad mentions, display handles instead of channel names in live chats to make it easier to identify imposters. And apparently, they already planned that with the ad mentions for mobile chats. And as far as I am aware of, that should be for both for vertical live streams and horizontal live streams on your phone. I hope that's what you meant. All right. Cool. Then we had a question about emote spam leading to demotion from top chat to live chat. Emote feedback is tricky right now. The team is aware of it and is re-evaluating their current policy on it. So they won't exactly tell us how much emote spam is actually emote spam, but they are actually looking at the chat culture right now and want to be open-minded about how they decide how to go forward. I have set a marker for this for early April to do a follow-up. So we might know more next month, maybe not. We will see. Then we have had, maybe we haven't had. Now I gotta change my account again. So, account changed. Yes. I am currently not able to pin someone, so this hasn't gone through. However, it has been said that the new moderation tool will have the ability to pin messages, set super chat goals, and set up polls. Pin messages was supposed to happen already, which is not the case. And super chat goals as well as setting up polls is still pending. You once mentioned that ad mentions will now launch for both types instead of just vertical ones. My question was if they changed that. As far as I can see in my document, it doesn't specify what type of live stream, just that it's coming from, or that you're watching it on a mobile phone. Or interacting on a mobile phone, rather. All right. Then we do have something that you, Emmanuel, submitted. That was the like counter and view counter that are doing like animation skips while refreshing the browser. The team was aware that this could happen. However, they weren't able to reproduce it on their own. So they are still looking into it. So if you have any more examples or whatever, clip it, send it to me. You know the drill, and I'm happy to forward it. Right now, this is not going to be further investigated unless there's like more evidence and the team will be able to reproduce it. That's basically the gist of it right here. Then we do have the take a break button, which has been pushed back by a week. So if you've watched the recent episodes of our Patreon down, you know that there will be options for a 1, 3, or 5 minute break. 1, 3, or 5 minute break. Creators that are monetizing and viewers are eligible to watch ads will get a mid-roll ad. They will have that balanced with the ad load. So if they just joined the stream and got a pre-roll ad, they will probably not going to see an ad. And creators monetizing and viewers that are non-eligible for monetization, aka they are premium users, they will just get a stream will be back soon area with a custom away video if the creator chooses to include that. Custom away video, we still don't have like exact metrics, like if it needs to be a certain length or what the gist is with this. So this will be quite an interesting one in my opinion, since you can like with the away video, you can like merge an away screen with like a branded form of like sponsorship or whatever. So if the creator doesn't set a custom away video, YouTube got a default one. I have understood it that way, yeah. I would assume that it will be similar to the way how premieres work, where you get to choose between, well, for premieres it's like 20 different styles of premiere intros, but I would assume that they will have like a handful of those away videos as well. Maybe it's just like not really a video, more like stream will be back soon, like a title card or like a slightly animated title card. We'll see. We don't have specifics on that yet, but yeah, 10 days from now we will be more, we will be smarter. All right, and you've wanted a follow-up on side-by-side ads. So currently we have already seen a bunch of smaller rollouts for web and living room. So web, obviously YouTube on desktop, and living room also meaning YouTube TV. So this is already like rolling out in small batches. Mobile will follow later and is said to be rolled out by the 31st of March. So apparently it's still rolling out. I haven't seen them. To be fair, I am a YouTube Premium user, so I don't really expect to see them. If you come across them in the wild, please let me know, and I'll be happy to follow up on that. All right, memberships distributions was said to work, which wasn't confirmed, and currently they are rolling the distribution changes back and will approach it from a different angle, since there was a major issue with some creators nearly using 25% of their revenue from memberships. So yeah, not exactly how you want it to go. Brand accounts are really low priority, unfortunately. So membership on brand accounts, membership giving on brand accounts. So that means the 2 times 5 at €5 tier 3 memberships that the creator can give out is only available on personal accounts and not on the brand accounts, unfortunately. I don't know what's taking them too long. It's like literally 3 years by now that this isn't working, and I'm frustrated beyond recognition here. Then we do still have a localization issue, which has been forwarded to the wrong team. So now it's getting forwarded to hopefully the correct team, and we will likely have a follow-up on that in roughly 2 weeks. YouTube playables won't be available in the EU, is still waiting on the legal team. We don't have any updates on that. YouTube Shorts is under investigation why the Shorts templates are not saving the notify subscribers button or check mark. This is something that Glotzenstein brought up, I believe. Is Glotzenstein here today? No. Unfortunate. Multilanguage audio seems to be on track for end of April. Auto dubbing might roll out till end of April. Oh wait, the other way around. So auto dubbing is set to come out by the end of April, and multilanguage audio might roll out, but is less likely since we now know those are two different projects or products. Thumbnail file sizes is actually, let me check. There's like a date that's in the past. Let's check the Google Help. Image size and resolution. It still says 2 megabytes, so I will ping that. Actually, I can do that right here. All right. So, if the creator doesn't set a... yeah, I already answered that. Cool. All right. YouTube courses are no updates. YouTube analytics from estimated revenue. Oh yeah, that is something I submitted, which isn't like really big of a deal. So basically, I can describe you what was happening with that. So YouTube analytics, if you go onto your revenue chart and you go into it, you still get the estimated revenue, which has like taxes deducted already from it, which is kind of a weird way to like handle things. And it also has like the YouTube share already like taken out of it. But if you go down level, then you have like the raw Google Ads sales data, which is still including YouTube's share. So if you have that and take it times 0.55, you get the actual share that you will get paid by YouTube. And I don't know why they make the distinction between the raw sales data and the estimated revenue within like the same chart, but just like one level deeper. Like I would understand it if that was a different chart, but it's just like, oh yeah, so your estimated revenue by watch ads, and you click on it and it's not like estimated revenue anymore, but like gross revenue. Really weird edge case. Also, not really something that most of you will see on the daily basis because it's like so deep hidden into YouTube analytics. Yeah, but this is something I was asking for to get fixed. Well, we'll see what happens. This is always the case. That is... oh yeah, well, we can actually talk about that since it's no hidden feature anymore. So basically, was it last week or the week before last week? But we talked about the the better... Was it here? No, it was the long video. This one. So basically YouTube mid-roll ads get an update. And right now the update is it will show you when a mid-roll ad slot is considered disruptive, and YouTube wants to increase the quality of ads they serve. And with quality, they don't mean that you won't get naked women, for example, which would be nice as well. But unfortunately, YouTube cannot do that for some reason. However, they want to give you a better experience of when ads are served, so they aren't in the middle of a sentence, or that they are, let's say, in a loading screen when you play a video game. Need to see a naked? Yeah. Bärbel, we are in the privileged position that we don't see all of the scum that is floating around in Google ads, and therefore also YouTube ads. So I'm really glad I don't have to see that all the time. However, it is an issue, and unfortunately, that won't be addressed in this overhaul. Thank you, Manini, for 5 months. That is really appreciated. Really appreciated. Yeah. So mid-roll ads are going to be indicated if they are disruptive or not. A lot of people complain about it, that, oh, YouTube is taking away 80% of my revenue, which isn't the case, funny enough, since they already tracked if something is considered disruptive or not. They just won't tell you. They just wouldn't play an ad for a disruptive ad slot. So, yeah, it's all big hot air about nothing, I guess. You just found another bug on web. German localization under sleep timer. Minutes is not capitalized. Very low priority. Yeah, I honestly, unless they fix the other stuff, I won't even bring this up. I am fine with minutes being lowercase. Literally, the document of stuff that's still open approaches 100 items, and there's only one person of contact, and we only get 1 hour every 2 weeks to address stuff. So we have less than a minute per item to address all of this. And it's unfeasible. It feels you're looking for errors. Yeah, I mean, I really appreciate it, but usually all this small stuff can be done with send feedback. The more important ones with the where for example the membership and subscribers were mixed up in the translation, that's something that's potentially harming a channel in a way, in a financial way, for example, and that I feel is fine to escalate. But the other stuff is just yeah, okay, if I don't care if it's lowercase or uppercase, it's not going to have any significant impact. At least I would say so. All right, cool. Let's see. We do all of that we had. For Game Masters, he wanted to know if there are sortings or shelves in the subfeed coming. Apparently there are sorting or shelves in the subfeed that are coming soon. And with coming soon, they said it's going to be a test before the end of the quarter. So that's effectively 3 weeks from now. Yeah. We'll see how it works out. I have no idea, and I'll be happy to talk about it when the time has come. All right, we are still waiting on the virtual items policy, which we still haven't received. I will make sure to be angry about it. All right. This is uninteresting. This is uninteresting. I can't talk about that. I can't talk about that. Then the usual chapter's not working. There's currently an investigation. It's still a broken system in my opinion, but it has gotten better over the years. There is like one edge case where memberships are not showing up, which is kind of weird. Then there's some help center articles that are outdated, and like another case that is more for the game dev side of things that is not really important for you guys as well. Yeah, I know you want to know everything. However, I cannot tell you everything. Also, there was a question how Sigma I am, and apparently I have no idea what that means, so I will answer it to the best of my ability, which is Sigma is the standard deviation. So since I'm very special, I would say I am at least 5 Sigma. Which is, for those of you who work in data science, 5 Sigma is usually when you can declare something like the Higgs boson needed 5 Sigma to be declared a new particle, etc. That's usually the 5 Sigma rule. Which I will use. I'm 5 Sigma. I'm super special. And I hope that Goldie is fine with that answer. All right. Anything I forgot? Probably, likely, maybe. I don't see anything else, so I'll be. Did you ask them about why February gifted only lasts 28 days or even 27? I am not sure I have. But again, that was likely due to all the other stuff that has been put on the agenda. February memberships allegedly only lasted 27 days instead of me. Is it 4 weeks? Oh, let me check something real quick. So if I go into analytics and I go into 365 days, sort by revenue, memberships. So it is 29th, 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 29th. So it does already always renew on the 29th of each month. Which oh, interesting. That is indeed interesting. So, usually what's happening is we get the majority of the memberships have been like we do have a spike in our data, which is when the recurring memberships appear, and it's usually around the 29th. And I was just looking at the data from February, and apparently it was billed on the 28th. So yes, they do bill you on the actual date of the month, and if the date is after whatever it is called, then you get a day short, I guess. So February's extra strongs. I got more money for less days. It's good for the creator. I just believe that it's about the billing cycle. Looking into it, which is oof, I guess, for you guys. But in the end, does it really matter? Like if you always get billed on the 28th or 29th. I find that better than like having it shift all the time due to it being like 4 weeks like straight, and then it like shifts over the year, so the thing gets earlier every time. I'm not sure if that's a bug or if that's a feature. Instead of the 24 weeks. Not sure if that's intended or not. However, I believe this the likely intended then, but said for the lucky ones who got gifted, they have less days. Fair. But honestly, okay, so you can gift up to €5 anyways, right? So if we were to like break it down real quick, so let's say we do have a long month, like January, so that would be €5 divided by 31 days, so that's 16 cents per day, or €5 by 28 days, that's 17 cents per day. It's like a difference of 1 cent per day. And I don't think that that's really like annoying, I guess, would be the word here. But it's okay. I mean, I get why one could be annoyed by it. But then on the other hand, it's literally like 1 cent difference in paid per day, right? So after taxes, it's like basically nothing. As sad as it sounds. So I have put it on the agenda. I don't think that they will change it. I mean, if I receive a gifted in February, I lose early versus the other month. Yeah, but you would lose it early if you paid for it also. Like, it doesn't matter if you like pay for it or if you get gifted. Well, sure, sucks, but I mean, I would understand it more if you paid for it and said, "Oh, I get 2 days less than usual," right? So, but this is just like, okay, I get to enjoy something I got for free for 2 days less. Well, then just pay for it. I mean, well, maybe I'm wrong here, but feel free to elaborate. And again, we are talking about 1 cent difference in cost per day. All right. Cool. Anything else? All right. I don't think we have any more, do we? Questions from chat, please. Anything we still need to talk about? Every 4 years, people gifted membership in February get a bonus day. Exactly. Felix got it. Oh, that is a good question. Does it? So, if I am going to home, the first thing that pops up, if I go into the live section, I do see in the first row my own stream, because I'm logged in my gaming channel. I am seeing Squilla Killer, which who is streaming Dark Souls Sorcery No-Hit Run, so gaming. I do see Rocket Beans. I see Jack Fromsoft, who's playing Lies of Pi. I do see some kind of motorsports game, sim racing, I guess. Then there's like 2 sports streams, a music stream, Monster Hunter. So for me, it's yeah, live pages need love. Yeah, exactly. If I scroll down on the homepage itself, I don't even get a live feed. Like I do see live streams popping up just on their own, but let me reload without cache to make sure we get an accurate depiction. But again, we only see our own live stream, Squealer Killer, a cooking stream. Scroll, 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 scroll. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't get news as a section at all right now. I always only see news channels. I'm talking about the carousel that changes automatically the big banner. What big banner? Oh, wait a second. Is that maybe something that we need to be exploring in the... Oh, it doesn't have a home screen. What account am I not being logged into? Let's see. So, if I were to swap account to this account, I'm pretty sure it doesn't have... Yeah, okay. So, on the home feed, we do see a news channel, Motoro channel live, history channel. I mean, it's still a mix. I mean, sidebar live. Let's visit that then. Yep, the big banner, the carousel banner is also showing news feeds for me. But then right below it, it's showing gaming. I mean, I can take the feedback. That is just youtube.com/live, I believe. Yeah, okay. But why only push news once at the top? We need more variety. Yeah, I included it. We'll ask. Pretty much always the same channels too. Yeah, again, I will ask. I am happy to press them on it. We'll see. France 24. God damn it. All right. But to be fair, I don't usually go to that site anyway. Like, it would be nice to see how many people were actually using that site. But who knows? I mean, certainly I would enjoy being featured there with this live stream. Maybe I won't. Too many casual users. Not as many creators. But to be fair, why not? Creators might want to know how to get featured here. And maybe we'll know someday. No, we don't want to open that. Barely anyone uses the subfeed and they still improve it. Fair, but I was talking about the home feed earlier, not the subfeed. Which still, my home feed shows me all the stuff that's in my subfeed anyway. At least most of it. But yeah. Alright. Anything else I can take to the YouTube court to get it judged? All right, cool. Then I would say last round of questions. And unless you have anything else planned, I will conclude the stream. Hot dogs, yeah, hot dogs would be nice right now. To be fair, I did have some gyros earlier. I am settled for tonight. The possibility to update the active channels on the sidebar without refreshing the whole site? No. I don't think so. Yeah, you mean the little red icon next to the live channel? Yeah. You have to reload the page. It's not going to be updated on their own. You remember your question always 5 minutes after the stream? I mean, that's fair. You can always like write under the stream as a comment. But yeah. To be fair, I do give you especially a heads up. Or I did give you a heads up. And honestly, could you ask them to improve that? I doubt they will. Because they aren't updating your home feed automatically either. And their reasoning would be, okay, if you just going to update the site itself to get a new home feed, why should we make an auto update for the subscription box? I mean, I can ask them, but it's again such a weird niche request that I don't really see a benefit in, because literally, if I'm on mobile, it automatically resets if I just like swipe down, and on desktop it's just like F5, and you know, I don't see any need for that. But if I click the subfeed, after a while I see live streams that are still offline, according to the sidebar. That's a bit weird. Yeah, but okay, so I know you are a person like me that opens videos, etc. in a new tab. But if you didn't do that and would be in one tab of your browser and would go back to the overview, you would automatically refresh it. Right? So the fact that you are lurking on YouTube's homepage all day long doesn't mean that the product needs to be designed for you when for everyone else who's just using one tab, like a sane person. Again, I'm using multiple tabs as well, but I'm not sane, okay? Wouldn't have that problem. I mean, the sidebar also doesn't update when I click on a new section that are actually updating. But are they actually updating? That's the question here. So if I click on, let's say, live right now, I do see the live stream. And, well, to be fair, it didn't update because there's like only 2 people of my subscription box live right now. So I'm not quite sure what you mean. Okay, yeah, I mean, I will put it on the list, but it's so super low priority. Man, I don't think that's ever going to happen. Honestly. That's like super niche case as well. When switching sections on the main YouTube page on desktop, it doesn't reload subbox, potentially missing when folks live slash would be nice if fixed. If it would reload upon opening a new section. Again, I don't think that this is ever going to be happening. That's no. Just no. All right. Yeah, and again, they probably don't want to be too similar to not get into legal trouble, I guess. So, I don't know. Again, I asked them if they respond to it or not. I will be able to tell you like next month. Maybe they will forward it, but it's such a low priority. It, again, for normal users that are going onto the site, opening up a video, don't opening it in a new tab, this whole process is redundant. And we don't have the numbers. It could be that like there's like 0.1% that are like us, that is opening a new stream or new video in a new tab, or and switches between sections on the homepage, and it doesn't update for them. And for like 99.9% of people, it's actually fine because they never get into that use case. You know, that's what I'm thinking. You're peachy. I'm happy to hear that, Game Masters. I am really happy to hear that. Cheers. Also, if you have a last question, Game Masters, I will keep the stream running for you. Oh, new Q. What are the biggest mistakes new YouTubers make? Focus on numbers. And I mean that. So yes, especially with shorts, people have gotten into the habit of, oh, my short got 3,000 views, and now I'm getting only 50 views, and everything's bad, and YouTube hates me, and they won't push my short out to other people. And it's like this whining circle of self-pity. instead of like looking at why something doesn't work, or the bare minimum of self-reflection that if I put out AI generated content with no value to the viewer, it's like the same three things. Do you like X or Y more in Fortnite or whatever it is these days, or the same Reddit stories that are read out by an AI that are over Minecraft jumping puzzles. It's the same content. It's just like regurgitated. And that's like the biggest mistake is don't focus on your numbers, focus on your content, make the content enjoyable. And if you have that basis down, then it's fine. No, you misunderstood that. I was saying that there are currently some cases where people are mistakenly flagged by this policy, and they aren't getting the restrictions of their accounts. The policy is still in place. It's not going to be changed. And you misunderstood that. There's still the restriction. You need to have a guardian next to you when you stream, when you're between 13 and 17, or 13 and 18, for the matter of fact. Or as YouTube flags it, if you are a minor. And honestly, rightfully so. I mean, going back, like to my OG channel, where we did like Minecraft Let's Plays when we were 16 or something like that, which is pretty old to start YouTube from nowadays of a perspective. But I am pretty sure we did some things that, with hindsight, was not okay. And honestly, I would have rather had my parents watch me back then. To be fair, live streaming wasn't a thing really back then, so it was more like recorded stuff, but still, same thing. I believe that someone under the age of 18 should have a parent looking after the channel, nonetheless. Yeah. So, hopefully, Game Masters, I answered your question to your liking, or at least something that you can agree with or not agree with. Please feel free to discuss. And hello, Kno. Good evening. Before I forget that. What's something successful YouTubers do that most smaller channels don't realize or take advantage of? Oh. So one observation I've made in the years I have run YouTube Gaming and also the big YouTube channel, YouTube Discord, especially newer creators tend to like give positive feedback to each other, like, oh, that looks really good, that looks really good, and basically you're reinforcing the other person that is not skilled in what they do to continue doing what they are doing. And I believe that's like reinforcing the wrong stuff, right? So usually, I know I get shit on for that a lot, but I am a very blunt person, and I will tell you if I think your content is shit, I will tell you that. And I have no doubt whatsoever that is probably most of the time not what the person wants to hear, but I believe it is the right wake-up call to like grab someone by the neck and pull them out of their bubble, to have a look at it from the outside, and then say, okay, so objectively, if this was someone else's work, would you enjoy it? And I believe that is what I've seen a lot of successful YouTubers do, especially in like smaller work groups, and they just like basically pull each other apart. And I believe that that is the better way to approach things. I think a lot of newer channels try to obsess over I must get views, whereas more of the successful creators concentrate on building their community. Yes, that is one possible answer as well. But again, that goes into the same direction, right? So, like, if I try to positive reinforce someone, oh, you're doing so good, I really like what you're doing, then I'm more or less like not giving them any like edges to grow on. It's like I don't know if you understand what I mean, but if it's like this, oh, you do everything fine, it looks perfect, whatever. It's just like this smooth ball that you can't grip onto. Like, it must have edges, it must have grooves. There's always something you can improve, and unless you understand that, you won't get a grip in the meaning of the word, right? So if you had like a perfectly smooth bowling ball and try to pick it up, it's like doesn't work. But if you have like a basketball with a rigged surface, it's like easy to pick up. At least in my opinion. Maybe that metaphor is like lacking, but yeah. Opinions on the new Premium Lite. Premium Lite is not new. We have seen it in the past. It has been discussed on our channel in the past. It is one of the most watched videos on this channel, actually. It has been released on, what is it, nearly 2 years ago. October 6th, 5th. What is it, 2023. It's basically YouTube Premium is getting tested in YouTube Germany. I do believe that €6 is a fine enough price for long form and streams. I do know, Felix told me actually earlier today that there is YouTube Music Premium, which apparently I don't have access to. I don't have the option to book it, but Premium Lite I would be able to if I hadn't booked the normal premium already. So, do I think it's a fair price? Yes. So, infrastructure needs to be paid, especially for live streams and for videos. They take up space. Space needs to be paid for. Like, someone has to go and put a disk or a drive into a server to store that data, and someone has to pay for the traffic that goes onto the server, and that's coming from the server to the viewer. So, will it stay €6 though? In the US, it's $8, which is quite a bit more. That is true. However, I believe that that might be USD to Euro. So if I have, oh yeah, it actually is. Maybe when they designed it, it was closer to like resemble each other. I mean, it is quite a bit more, like €1.40 more. I don't know. From what I know, it's going to stay at that price point for at least a little bit of time. And by a little bit, I mean hopefully as long as they can. And honestly, €6 is fine for what you get. If you want more, pay the full price. And honestly, I think that especially if you're like a gaming user and you want to watch like Let's Plays and you want to watch like video essays or like especially long form content, this is going to be like your go-to thing, because it's like basically you have it on your TV, you have it on your desktop computer. It's not designed to be used on like a mobile phone because they disabled the downloads, they disabled picture-in-picture, they disabled background play. So it's a very, very defined audience that this is the go-to product for YouTube Premium, and that is people that are watching YouTube on their couch and people that are watching while gaming. I just hope they won't raise a regular premium anytime soon. They did raise it last year? year before last year. It used to be like $12.99. It's like $14.99 right now. I am actually not sure. I need to check that because I usually just pay it and don't bother with it. So YouTube Premium right now is still $12.99 for me. I won't complain. Let me check on another account because we do have enough accounts. I need an account that doesn't have premium. Let's see. Get YouTube Premium, and that would still be a month free trial, then $12.99. Or you could get the yearly plan for €130, which is like 15% off. Meh. Oh, there's also student version. Restrictions apply. What restrictions? More information. Oh, okay. So you have to be at a university that has like a sheer ID. Okay. Well, then you would get the full YouTube Premium for like €7, €7.50, or what was it? Yeah, $7.50. It's €13 right now. Just hope they won't increase it to 14 this year. Just hope they won't. Yeah, we'll see. I don't think so, actually. I think that with the introduction of YouTube Premium Lite, they will actually see an increase in like overall membership numbers. And I believe that that will be enough to satisfy investors, if you want to say it that again. But basically what they are doing is they are combating ad blockers, right? And they basically say, okay, we don't want to lose out on money. And that's the reason why they introduced the new product. And I don't think then it's necessary to increase the other product. Maybe if they're greedy, who knows? What's a good way to optimize or repurpose old videos for more views for them? Other than snipping parts of them for shorts, or is that actually a good way? I believe that is actually a good way. Especially with like D&D content. I have more than once seen, is it Brennan Mulligan Lee, I guess? He's a author and voice actor and DM, and I've seen a bunch of his shorts with like his group, and then the whole short like links to the whole session. And I do believe that that is an excellent way of like moving from like a highlight based content to like the whole content. And more than once I've actually like, if I had like a funny highlight, I would like to know more about the whole campaign, and I've watched that to like keep it in your in your theme niche, whatever you want to call it, right? So I do believe that shorts is actually a good way. And if you don't want to use the shorts feature, you can also like make a dedicated highlight video and have like an end card linking to the content. Also a good idea. Especially that's maybe more of a thing if you have like a highlight video for like a longer series. Let's say if you had like 4 live streams where you were live streaming a campaign, and then you have like a highlight video of that, and then you link to the playlist of the campaign, maybe something like that. I'm pretty sure you'll find a constellation of like highlighting content and moving people from the highlight to the actual content. But yeah. Regarding shorts, how crazy is it to upload multiple in any given day? Like how many would be too many? Oh, good, that is a good question. So usually when we talk about this, we usually talk about the maximum amount of notification that a channel is going to be sending out, which is 3 pieces of content. And that includes community posts, that includes shorts, live streams, videos, and everything else that you might be able to send out to a viewer. So let's say you are already publishing a video today. Then you have 2 slots left. You could fill them with something else, like a live stream, or like a short, or 2 shorts, or 2 live streams, right? So I wouldn't go over 3 pieces of content per day. And I do believe that having that amount of like content flowing long term is actually harmful. Just my personal opinion here, I don't have data on this, but I would imagine if you keep that up on your own for like a longer period of time, you will burn out, and burn out hard. Like it won't be funny the way you will burn out with that. So keep that in mind. I know you've said something earlier on the Discord that you were like producing, like, let's say on a Saturday you produce like 20 shorts and you spread them out over the month, and I do believe that that is a better solution to your problem. I had no clue it was 3 a day like that. Yeah, that's like ancient knowledge though. That is pre-shorts days, right? So it might be different now, but for all of our creators that are sticking to the 3 pieces of content rule per day, those are doing fine, and they don't get the usual, oh, my short hasn't been shown to anyone trap that a lot of the smaller channels complain about. And yeah, I do think that consistency is key, and at least 1 short per day over a longer period of time will actually help you. But I don't think that pushing for like 100 shorts for in like 2 days and then calling it quit, oh, I don't get recognized. Well, yeah, you spammed like 100 shorts. No shit, Sherlock. So yeah, I do believe that if you spread them out, don't overdo it. Maybe like instead of, let's say you have 300 shorts, right? And you could put them out in 100 days. You could put them out in over a year. Question is if you are willing to be pre-producing that much, I guess. But if I had content for a year, I could be focusing on other stuff in the meantime. And that means I always only have 1 shot per day. That means I have 2 other things I could put out on that given day, or shuffle things around if needed to, right? So yeah, take it with a grain of salt. I would stick to the 3 pieces of content rule if I were you. All right. Cool. Another question, how can I analyze my target audience? Numbers in analytics tell me age and gender, but there's more. Game Masters, please feel free. I am always appreciating your questions. So, target audience. That is... how can I tell from the analytics what they want? That's usually not done within analytics. So... See, the question or the clue is here, you define the audience you want to target and build your videos around them. That's the smart way of doing it. Right now, you're just like putting content out there and then getting feedback of people who have actually watched it. But that doesn't mean that those who actually watched it are the right target audience for it, right? So, different things. So usually what you do is you build a persona, like think of it as a cardboard cutout of a person, and then you assign like traits to them. And the more stereotypical you think, the better it gets, in my opinion. So for example, if I'm a gamer, and what do gamers want? They want energy drinks. They want They want to sit at home and play video games. And if you want to target that audience, you can play into those stereotypes. For example, I could be playing energy drinking dude that is going to play video games soon. Cheers. And if you want to target me, you could take that stereotype and address me with it. For example, you're doing 3D printing right now, right? So if you were to make me a cool gaming mug that holds my monster can without spilling it, that would be interesting to me as the stereotypical gamer. You always work on a revamp of your channel. That's not an excuse. So, but yeah, from I hate the word, but from the mindset here, you need to define the audience before you produce, not afterwards. That's probably what you should be taking away from this, right? So that's why, for example, we do have like this kind of running joke to explain YouTube features to 13-year-old Fortnite Timmy, which is like this persona of the 13-year-old that plays Fortnite, that wants to start getting into content creation, that doesn't bother reading the terms of service, that doesn't bother with copyright. That's the stereotype. And you basically can try to explain it to someone in a way that 13-year-old Fortnite Timmy would understand it. So you target your content to that person. Doesn't always work, but it's a way to approach things, right? When I think of the old days, it was enough to just film and upload. Yeah. I mean, we are long gone by the broadcast yourself. It's like the whole industrialization of YouTube and like the business side of things and development side of things is far, far more advanced right now. So I think I have like something in my beard. Okay. All right. Cool. Any more questions? That's good advice. Okay, cool. And with that, I will enjoy my can of Monster Zero and go into my Feierabend, as we should say in Germany, which is basically I have free time now. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. And yeah, I will take all the questions that I've already posted to the YouTube team and be back with more updates either later this month or probably after Easter, like a little bit more time between the actual live streams so we can gather some more information to put out to you, right? Cool. With that, last chance. 3, 2, 1. Have a nice rest of day. Thank you very much and take care. I will conclude this session. Good night or good day, wherever you are.